We're out again in Moore, Oklahoma with John Hansen. We're on scene where yesterday 18 people were pulled alive from this incredibly unstable debris pile behind me that used to be...
This used to be a physician's office, cardiovascular wellness center.
So this was a doctor's office, cardiovascular wellness center. You can see where cars have been literally thrown into the building, on top of the building. This is heavy-duty concrete, and from this unstable structure, the Moore Fire Department, without any regard for their own personal safety, went into this debris and pulled out 18 people alive. That's a miracle. That's heroics. That's the real deal.
Yeah, Bobby, we had a situation where the guys, when we arrived, more firefighters and more fire department themselves, they were down in this debris, and they were calling out because they had a young lady trapped. We had an anesthesiologist and a surgeon here. They were fearful they were going to have to amputate her arm. They kept working feverishly. Somehow, miraculously, she was under one of the double T's that you see behind. They were able to free her arm, bring her up. When they freed her, they found two other live people just almost lying underneath her. So again, down in the bowels of this building, and these guys did this without heavy rigging, heavy shoring, and everything. They went in and risked their lives to save the citizens of this community. One of the most heroic deeds I've seen in 40 short years in the fire service.
And John, John's in charge of training for the state of Oklahoma, and John and I are training jihadists, I guess we'd have to say these days. But this is why it's so important that we train on every aspect of what we do. Collapse and void space rescue. 18 people are alive because the guys in Moore took the time to learn the basics of void space rescue. How to sound a building, how to shore things up using the actual debris that affords itself. You can never miss an opportunity to hone your skills to the next level. And this is exactly why. There could have been someone in one of these cars. This isn't just one car behind us, but that's parts of another car just behind us.
And they did pull a lot of live victims out of cars that required a lot of extrication to raise the roofs and pull doors.
Now behind us is a hospital, you were saying, John,
we had
right?
a hospital here. There was over 100 people in the hospital at the time. And miraculously, again, through the efforts of Moore and the surrounding departments, a lot of folks were able to leave the building, but we had a lot of people trapped in that building as well. And those men and women went in and did the very same thing they did right here.
You know, as we pan out, we'll get the cameraman to get a shot, but there's a couple of vehicles that have to be 20 foot in the air.
Yes, sir. On
top of debris that's already come down. To give you an idea of what 200-mile-an-hour winds will do. Just shocking, absolutely shocking. And if you want to give, contact the Red Cross. There's some special numbers that you can give them to give to the folks here in Moore. Do it today. Do it today. Contact the Red Cross. This is why it's so important. This is the home of Toby Keith, but another great country western artist just the other day raised a couple $1 million for the Red Cross. Trace Atkins. So if your heart's in the right place, give. We heard Kevin Durant today came up with $1 million.
Absolutely.
So I'm asking every firefighter out there, text the Red Cross $5, $10 if you can do it. It's a round of beer. If you're a fool out there, text them in a couple of bucks. These people need money right now to rebuild. They need some help. They need our money. Charity begins at home. This is America. This is what it's all about. Men like John Hansen, the men and women in the fire departments here in Oklahoma who've stepped up so courageously. I mean, you can't imagine what we're standing under right now. We've got I-beam steel swaying in the wind. We've got massive concrete T-bars hanging over our heads. This is unbelievable. This really is unbelievable, John. This is just breathtaking. As you can see behind me over here, they've already fenced off the hospital, but look at how the vehicles are just strewn into the hospital. Look at the hospital just torn apart, and 100 people survived that. Look at this building we're looking at, this little medical plaza here. You would not assume 18 people could be pulled alive from that. That is why, regardless of what we think, we have to search. We have to search every time. There can be no excuse for not searching. And who knows, today I'm sure in some of this debris we're going to find more, if not survivors, we're going to recover more bodies.